What if I told you you could own this townhome that is just 25 minutes from downtown Denver, moments away from the mountains? Well, today you're in luck because I am touring this Meritage home here in the Three Hills community in Morrison, Colorado. Let's go check it out. You're thinking about moving to Denver to have some mountain adventures, then you're definitely going to want to check out this low maintenance 3-story townhome that is built by Meritage. It is a Crestone model home that we're touring, located here in Three Hills community of Morrison, Colorado. It is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom, 2-car garage, 2280 square feet, and the starting price point is $667,990. Let's go check it out. Now, at first entrance, my initial thoughts are how wide this area is. This is a drop-off area coming in from the garage where you would have your mud room. Right now they do have a bench here put into place. But on the very first floor, off to the left, is going to be the sales office where we would meet to discuss and negotiate the best opportunities for you. This is a decent size room here. It could definitely fit a queen size bed if you'd like, but I believe a full size would probably be more appropriate. You have your standard size closet, and then entering into the first restroom. This is a stand-up shower. You can see the type of quality that Meritage does utilize, and for the price, it's not bad. Stainless steel finishes all throughout. You do have quartz countertops here, a Moen faucet, which is really nice, and then the white shaker cabinetry there. The carpet leading into the plank tile as we walked into that entrance is going to be ideal for Colorado, especially with any of the inclement weather. You can see the 2-car garage, which is currently being utilized as a sales office, but you would have your 2-car garage here, and you can see it would certainly be a really good space within this 2-car garage. You can certainly fit in 2 good sized vehicles. And then you have this coat closet right off of the front door, and pretty standard size. And we will head up to the next floor. And the finishes for the price are definitely very well done. A very nice selection. Walking into your kitchen and your main living space. We'll start at the far right, which is going to be your dining space. And you have a round table here that seats 6 individuals. Heading out to back deck. You can see what I'm talking about when I mentioned the quick access. So mountains are just right here. The 285 leading to the mountains is just here off to the right. So very, very quick access. That's what I think is amazing. And real quick, if we have not met, I am Jamie. I'm a local real estate broker here in the Denver area, and I have helped hundreds of families successfully relocate. Whether that's a new construction or a resale home that you were thinking about, I would love to help. So don't be shy. Feel free to click the link in the description. That way we can schedule your one-on-one buyer strategy call where we're going to discuss exactly what you're looking for, answer any of your questions, iron out that overall goal. Now, let's get back to the home tour. Off to the left, you have your half bath. Just looking at the finishes here. It's all done very nice. See the vinyl tile here. Your tankless water heater. And leading to the kitchen, you have this nice long kitchen island with the deep sink. And it's very, very spacious. That's the kind of vibes that I'm getting here. Very open, spacious. This is really, really nice, especially for a townhome. You're getting something that's brand new. All of the finishes to the cabinetry are amazing. This would be perfect for hosting. Quartz countertops, tons of space, especially if you are cooking, you're hosting, you have more than enough space here. You have Whirlpool appliances. And there is gas in this community, so you do have your 5-burner stove, Whirlpool microwave. And here, the wonderful thing, if you've ever lived in an apartment, you know that a lot of the apartments are recirculation, so this would offer you that ability to cook, especially if you cook with spices. You don't have to worry about smelling up the house. You have a Whirlpool refrigerator. Just really, really good space. This island sits 4 comfortably. Now leading into the living space, really good space here, and I think a lot of good natural light with all the windows. It's a little bit gloomy today. We're starting to get in some of those monsoons, dustless monsoons. I know some areas of the country get pretty dusty. We don't have that, but we get those evening storms that do roll in. You have tons of space. This is a pretty large sectional here, so fitting in couches or recliners, you would not have any issues. And we will head to the next floor. So going from the second to the third, this is where we're going to have the bedrooms. Off to the left is our primary, but we'll save that here, which is awesome. Very good size in that primary. A very shallow linen closet, which isn't bad, right? Especially if you're living pretty simple. You have your furnace here. Carrier is what's utilized here for this HVAC system. And your stackable washer and dryer. So you don't have the laundry room, but remember, if this is more so simple living, keeping costs low, this is going to be ideal. And then leading into this shared bathroom, you can look at the finishes here, Mullen finishes. The subway tile. And then your double vanity. Granite countertops or quartz countertops with your white shaker cabinets. So really good finishes. That would be for these 2 bedrooms here. In size, you have a full-size bed in here with 2 end tables. And you have your standard closet. This is your additional bedroom. Again, great natural light. You have this window here off to the left, as well as this window looking onto the mountains there. And again, standard full-size bed. So good space, and they even put an additional dresser here so you can get an idea of the size of this room. Now we'll get to one of my favorite parts of the home, leading into your primary. You got really good size here. You have king size bed, and then you have your dresser here off to the left, and really good space. Don't feel jammed up at all walking into this bedroom. It is very spacious, and you have tons of windows in here. Your side tables, just a really good amount of space. I certainly believe it's a comfortable space. Leading into your primary bathroom, you can see Meritage, they are energy efficient, and they always have been. They were the first to really move that direction with making properties energy efficient, so they're well ahead of the game. Your water closet and linen, and this is a good size, deeper linen closet than what was in that hallway. Your stand-up shower, and you have nice big tiles. I'm not sure if that's picking up, but I do like the texture here on these tiles. So nice wide tiles, and then a pan in there, which I'm not the biggest fan of that pan, but we do have to remember price point here, and stainless steel finishes. And then your double vanity, quartz countertops, and white shaker cabinet. Some of your good basic finishes here in Meritage. And then a walk-in closet. So walk-in closet, good size. You have that pocket there in the garage if you ever needed to hold anything additionally, but I definitely think this is a good size closet. Not as big as some of the homes that I did see, but price point is much less from a lot of the properties that I've been touring. And we will head upstairs. I do like that you have this window here. Sometimes if there's not a window leading up in the stairs, it can be very dark, but that isn't the case here. We will head to the rooftop deck, which is my favorite aspect of this townhouse, and that's why I would opt for something like this. A very good size deck here. You can set up your barbecue grill here off to the left. You can set up a TV if you'd like out here to watch some football, some soccer. Little fire pit here when it does get chilly. It's a bit warmer out here today. One of our hotter days here in July. It's about 96. So it's pretty warm, but still not unbearable. I know that some other parts of the country it's bad, but just taking those views. These views are amazing. And you still got a pretty good breeze out here overall. But yeah, favorite aspect of the house. So I'm going to cover some of the additional spec options, and we'll head back in. Now, if you are interested, I do have the spec sheet available that I'm going to go over. So there are some spec homes that are available, 13 to be exact at the time of this recording. Just know that can change very quickly. And then there is another handful of inventory that will be available by September. But I don't believe it's going to be as much that is currently available at the moment. And there are Crestone models that are available. The lowest cost Crestone that is available right now is sitting right at $594,990 at the time of this recording. They are offering a $10,000 closing credit, which is amazing, and the overall square footage of that Crestone is 2206. So not too much of a difference. It is still a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom. So that is a wonderful option. There's also the Belford model available, the Cameron available, and they are pretty similar in square footage. They're all floating at about that 1,800 square feet to about 2,300, and they are offering some very good incentives or fixed rates at 4.5%. So I would love the opportunity to get on a call with you and see if one of these homes does fit your needs. We can certainly discuss that and see what other things and perks we can get negotiated into the deal. If you're thinking about making the move to the Denver metro area, whether that's next month or next year, I would love nothing more than the opportunity to be your real estate broker and negotiate in your very best interests. Now, if you're moving from out of town, there's no need to fly back and forth. I can always provide virtual home tours because I want to ensure that you have a very smooth, simple, and stress-free home buying journey. Now, if you're ready to take the very next step, feel free to click on the link in the description. That way we can schedule your one-on-one buyer strategy call where we're going to discuss your wants, your needs, your budget, your time frame, ensure that you understand every aspect of the Denver metro market. That way you can make your move with confidence. I look forward to meeting you on our call. Remember to click the link in the description to schedule that call. Thank you for joining me on this home tour, and I can't wait to see you next time, my friend.